The city of Sioux Falls is hoping to add some art to the blank side of a downtown parking ramp, which was initially part of a project called the Village on the River. KELOLAND News intern Carter Schmidt tells you about a potential change coming to the space.
A downtown Sioux Falls parking ramp, which was originally meant to be connected to a hotel, event center, and restaurants, could soon include a new addition to the downtown art scene.
We've had some businesses come forward with even some concepts that they had come up with, which were pretty cool. I mean, there were murals, and these people need to understand that it doesn't have to be one big mural. It could be smaller ones or a larger one with smaller ones on the bottom. There's a lot of different ways they can look at it. And again, we saw that interest and thought we really need to get this out there and let the collective creative spirit of the city see what they come up with.
The art project could consist of multiple different murals painted on the side of the parking ramp, as well as some changes to the space just south of the ramp along 10th Street.
There's the vertical wall, which is 15,000 square feet. Obviously lends itself to a mural or some type of or a variety of them. And then there's this horizontal space that you see here too. And as we were looking at it, we think there might be something they could do in that space too, because that's about 10,000 square foot.
The city of Sioux Falls is doing a request for proposal, or RFP, to enhance the side of the Mall Avenue parking ramp while they wait for the development project to move forward.
That's kind of the sad part. Part of the RFP talks about once the project gets complete, we'll guarantee it for 6 months, but then after that, depending on what happens with development, they will have to know that it'll get covered up someday.
Kellen Boyce, executive director of the Sioux Falls Arts Council, said the project could add a lot to the art scene in Sioux Falls.
Public art is one of those things that anyone can walk up to, anyone can approach it. It's not a museum, there's no closed doors. So for those things in our community, those are really important. And that particular project is really important because it's kind of had a bad history. And for the community to come together around something that was a negative, I think is an amazing opportunity.
Well, I think anytime you can enhance your downtown, you can make it more interesting. You can engage people. I mean, one of the things that we would hope this would do would engage people that want to come up, take selfies, take pictures of it. Just another reason to spend some time downtown and just show, I think it just shows pride in your community.
In Sioux Falls, Carter Schmidt, KELOLAND News.
Proposals for the art project are due on November 10th, and the city plans to have an entity under contract by the end of the year. The paintings will likely be done in the spring.